my tubers, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Victoria. Nice to chat with you guys again. So sorry, I'm getting ready for skating. I'm just putting my hair up, and I figured that we could do like a little get ready with me for skating and chat. Okay, so as many of you guys know here, or maybe if you're new, I'm a therapist. I am a licensed professional counselor here for my state. And what has caught my attention, all right, is that I want to say a good 95% of my patients have been talking to me about self-worth and confidence, not feeling like they fit in, or that they have to conform to some sort of box. Especially in today's day and age, a lot of it is fitting in, and that is really unfortunate, because when you conform to somebody else's standards or views, I mean, look at society's view on women. Many of you don't know, when I was much younger, I used to do runway modeling and editorial stuff, okay, along with hair modeling. And so I stand at 5'8", and I used to measure at 34-inch bust, 23.5-inch waist, and a 35 or 36-inch butt. Okay, my Hispanic hips, ass, and thighs, and figure skating caused that curvaceousness in my butt. Okay, but here's the thing. I remember modeling directors, agents, you name it, trying to get me to stop eating certain foods so that way I can lose weight and conform to that societal norm of the 34, 24, 34. And I remember distinctly saying, especially since I had just discovered fettuccine alfredo, which I love, by the way, over my dead body. You will not get me to stop eating anything. I was healthy, I was working out, yet I still wore between a 2-3. Okay, so usually sizes, especially like floor sizes or sample sizes and stuff, are a 0, very rarely a 2. All right, I refused. Okay, and a lot of the things, and and I bet you're thinking, oh, well, good for me. Okay, well, that's just it. I used to focus on what people used to look or think about me, that now I don't give a shit. Okay. And I know easier said than done, especially, with our teenagers, our kids, school age kids and stuff, because cognitively, emotionally and stuff, think back to when you guys were in school. Think back to, oh my God, I don't want to be made fun of. I need to wear like the coolest shoes, or I need to wear this and this and this so that way I can be popular. Sound familiar? So anyway, looking at that, as we continue to enforce that standard or enforce those views, not only on ourselves, but express it outwardly, what do you think is going to happen with our own kids, with our family, and our friends? It's going to rub off on them, and then they will feel compelled to want to live up to that standard. Well, I say that's bullshit, okay? Because you decide, you are your own person, and you decide, you dictate how you live life and how you want your life. When you allow other people's opinions, other people's views, especially, I don't mind that other people have opinions, but here's where I have a problem with it. When they start shoving that shit down your throat and calling you names or making you feel like, oh, well, if you're not going to take my view, then what's the point, or whatever. When they make you feel bad, that's a problem. That's toxic as shit. Okay? You dictate your life unless you fuck with them, meaning like they're your spouse or somebody. And even then, that could be toxic, okay? If it's a constructive opinion or criticism, okay? So unless you fuck with them or they pay your bills, okay, and they're sugar daddies, that's a whole different story. But the two main premise, okay, unless they are meaningful to you, why should their opinion matter? okay? If they keep you from growing, meaning, let's say you want to go to school and improve yourself, all right? And your friends are like, oh man, why do you have to go to school? You're going to miss out on all the parties, or I'm never going to see you, or blah, blah, blah. If anybody keeps you from growing, that is a problem. Friends, family, you name it. People who are your realest fans will egg you on and support you no matter what. Oh, you need help studying with it? I don't know the material, but I will do my best to help you study. Okay? Stuff like that. Whenever, you want these people that'll motivate you to be a better version of yourself. A better version. You don't want to be, especially if they validate you, meaning, oh man, I feel this, and this about myself. Well, instead of bitching about it, let's fix it. What's up? Let's come up with a plan to constructively help you fix you or help you improve your situation. Those are the realest people on your team. They want to see you succeed. They want to see you grow and not feel stuck or not be stuck in pretty dire or hopeless situations. Those are the people that you need on your crew. But Vic, they're my family or they're my friends. I've been friends with them since kindergarten. It doesn't fucking matter. Toxic begets toxic, okay? But maybe that's why they say it, and because you haven't done anything to set that boundary or to enforce that boundary, they feel compelled to continue treating you or communicating with you that exact same way because you didn't do anything to stand up for yourself, to say, I really don't appreciate that tone you're having with me because you are worried about losing your friends or family. Many of that sound familiar at all? I know it sounds familiar for me. I have let go of many friends in my past, and a lot of it was kind of thrown back at me. Well, why don't you forgive this person? Blah, 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 because it had been so long. Okay, because knowing how this person is or these people are in my life and the multiple times that I would give these people chances because I didn't establish that boundary, I had been screwed over and over and over again. Okay, so what I want you all to get out of this is to establish a boundary. All right, so in order to establish a boundary, you need to look at what is there, what is causing a problem, what is causing you to feel bad about you. Okay, and if it ever boils down to, sorry, I have to adjust this camera here. Whatever it boils down to, if a person is demeaning you, oh, she's just joking, but it's a consistent type of thing, you need to say something. You need to stand up for yourself, because when you don't, that causes precedence. That allows precedence of what these people can do and say, and knowing that you're not going to do anything about it. Oh, because I'm her friend, or because I'm her cousin, or blah, blah, blah. Okay. Second off, if you are feeling some kind of way, meaning, let's say a situation made you feel some kind of way and it puts you in a shitty mood. For those people that like to express that outwardly and treat people like shit, let me tell you something, honey boo boo. Let me tell you something. Those people did not put you in that mood. So is it fair for you to express how you're feeling and take it out on these people? That is called projection. Okay. That's a defense mechanism. Don't believe me? Look it up. It's Freud. Okay. Just letting you guys know. All right. It is not cool. And when you, and maybe when somebody else does this, and then the other person or the other party snaps off at you, and then you get all apprehensive and butthurt about it, you really need to take a clear step, a clear thought and think about it. Reflect. Oh my God, I was just talking about how I was doing. No, if you were talking about it, that's one thing, but it's in your tone. It's what you say or how you said it. And you need to check yourself with your attitude. Okay. Again, if somebody's coming at me in session or whatever, I'll be like, you seem like you're pretty annoyed. Or it seems like, wow, the attitude, it's pretty unpleasant right now. Forcing them to look, or the other party to look at themselves. Okay. It forces the spotlight off of you onto them. Okay. And this is usually like with the I statements and effective communication, because when it's done correctly in a non-blaming manner, it forces the spotlight off of you onto the other person to recognize, oh, well, maybe she's saying something about attitude. Did I come off that way or in some snarky, bitchy attitude? Yes, you did. Okay. If you need to cool off, go step outside, go sit down and listen to the birds chirp in the trees. Okay. Give yourself 5 to 10 minutes to decompress, de-escalate, to go from a 10 out of 10 in severity to maybe like a 5. Okay. Because think about it. If you're royally pissed off at a 10 out of 10 scale and you go to chill the hell out and you're down to a 5. Okay. So part way. What scale or what level of severity would you better or best handle a situation? Not when you're raging at a 10 out of 10, whenever you're partway, 5 out of 10. We will not berate people for their beliefs or their opinions, because again, this is what makes us unique. We are able and capable, especially when we live in the United States, one of the best, actually the best freaking nation out there, because we have our freedoms. And this is what a lot of people are forgetting. They bitch and complain and moan as so how certain people see it, but lest we forget, they are entitled to those opinions. Okay. I'm an Army vet. We fought for those freedoms. Okay, for our families, for the nation, for ourselves, and we forget about that stuff. We forget about the fundamentals. Okay. Confidence, being made to feel bad and everything else too. You need to look inwardly and you need to focus on what is it that you want to work on with regard to confidence. Okay. Because it's not just confidence as a whole. I want to be able to speak in front of people and have people listen. I want my words to be respectable or respected. I want people to treat me for me and not see me as X, Y, and Z. I want you all to make a list of goals, a list of things that you want to improve on. With regard to confidence, I want to be able to wear what I want and not feel ashamed of what I wear. I want to be able to say the things that I say and not be viewed at as stupid because I don't have a degree. Things like that. Okay. And I want you to ask yourself inwardly, how can we solve these problems? What is the situation? And I want you to come up with a list of possible solutions. All right. It doesn't matter if there is just 1 or 2, or if there are 10 or 20. Okay. Write those things down. For each of them, I would like for you to, I would like for you to do a pros and cons list. Okay. I want you to write for each of those possible solutions, to write a pros and cons list down. All right, for each, and see which one has the most pros. Maybe rate them, to the top 3 of highest amount of pros. Okay. And then from there, I would like for you all to put one of those into action. Okay. It's one thing to complain or have like a complaint, whether it's valid or not, to worry about. Okay. But if you are not doing anything to change it or change your situation, then what's the good about bitching or complaining about said issue whenever it's going to piss you off just as bad, if not more, than whenever you initially thought of said issue? Does it make sense? Abso-fucking-lutely. Only because I've been there. A lot of the times with my method of therapy and, you know, my modality and stuff like that, I am not going to recommend things that I've never tried or I have not tried at all or read about. Okay. Well, you know, I've tried this. It did not work for me, but maybe it may work for you. Okay. And this is how we become active with it, because counseling isn't just that hour that you have with a therapist. It's countless hours of research, countless hours of scouring things to help you for the next session. So in that way, it'll help you change your mindset. Speaking of mindset, when you go out into the world and you are the most cynical, pessimistic person in the world and just see the bad, what do you think is going to happen? When you allow that little inkling of hope or that little itty bit of positivity, oh, well, you know what? My day wasn't completely shit. Maybe things are starting to look up. There's that, okay? We have, there's this thing called self-fulfilling prophecy. When you think negative, you be negative. So how do we change that? Instead of focusing on what could go wrong and looking for reasons why things could go wrong, why not look for reasons why things could go right? Why not look for reasons why things can happen and be in your favor? Because whenever you are able to control or change that mindset, don't you think that carries over into confidence too? I'm just saying. Whenever we look at our lives, again, you dictate your life. I can't make you do anything. Mom and dad can make you do anything. Your friends, they can't make you do anything. It's kind of like leading a horse to water and can't make them drink it. It's that same concept. You can have, and I've had my fair share of patients in this situation, where if you have all the tools and the resources in front of you and you decide to not make the time or take the effort into implementing any of these tools or implements into your life to improve, then, oh, the therapist, she failed me. She didn't help me at all. No, bro, this is a help me help you situation. And in order for you to improve and for you to see yourself, more confident or anything else like that, you have to put in the work and effort. There is no magic pill. I can't climb inside of you and be you for a day and then kind of instill these thought processes or this mindset. You are the implement for a change. Okay. If you don't like the way somebody's treating you, make a fucking change. Okay. If you can't do it by yourself, ask for help. If the people that are supposedly your ride or dies, i.e. your friends and family, say, oh, I'm here for you, but are only there for you when they need something from you, find some new friends, find some new families, find some new support so that way you can get the help that you need. Some situations are difficult, and I understand, but when people care for you and see, and you are ready to change, I have your back. But then and only then is when that comes into fruition. I want you guys to look at this. I mean, we survived a fucking pandemic and we're still going on, and there are 7 or 8 different freaking strains of this COVID. I'm gonna tell you what, a lot of people regressed, and this has caused, and people have allowed this to impact them. Yeah, there were some changes and things like that. But if you notice that you had regressed or changes that were outside of your control or whatever, I get it. Those are some things, but ask for help. That's where we are here to help you as friends, supportive friends and family, loved ones, whatever, to help you get through these tough and trying times. But don't wallow. Don't be stuck, or don't allow yourself to be stuck. Okay. Of course, I know I said easier said than done, but it is 5-10 minutes a day to try and meditate and kind of reflect. All right. We are here for you. We are here for you, and we want you all to succeed, okay? Don't fit into anybody else's box. You are your own unique person. And remember, be true to you. And if people don't like it, find yourself some new people. Vic out.